Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana is also recovering a little bit at the moment. So we take a look, we're back above $40. That's a good signal here. The hack of the wallets, whatever it was in the end, I didn't really look too much more into it. As far as I know, it was related to a software wallet where the the seed phrases were stored in a text file. Ridiculous. Shows you though that in my opinion, cold wallets, if you want to store your crypto safely, cold wallets are probably the way to go. I rarely use hot wallets. Rarely, really. I either use the exchange for trading or I use a cold wallet. I just don't see the point using a hot wallet. Okay, unless I want to stake, like with ADA, for example. There, of course, within some hot wallets you can actually stake. But otherwise, why would I not send directly to my hardware wallet if I want to get it off the exchange? Why do I send it to a hot wallet? Now, again, there's various reasons for it. Yeah, and I understand that you can connect hardware, you can connect hot wallets to DEXs and stuff like that. But still, always be careful. It just shows you how young the market still is. We had the situation here. This week, was it last week? Where, and I forgot the name of them. Where from a decentralized exchange or DeFi application, the hackers, they took everything. I think they took $130 million worth of coins. They took everything. These guys have nothing left. Nothing. That's ridiculous, yeah. That was not the Solana wallet hack, but it's just ridiculous. So just be careful all the time. It's not a regulated space yet. Yes, regulation is coming in. It's not regulated. You are responsible for your own coins. You are your own bank when you are in crypto. And therefore, I use hardware wallets. I use a Ledger. I use a Trezor. I've got both. And I use exchanges. And even if I have the cryptos on exchanges, I know it's extremely risky, especially in the current environment where there is a risk that some exchanges go bankrupt. We had it with Voyager. Yeah, it's not unrealistic. So always be on the lookout, yeah. And okay, anyway. So the price wasn't really affected much by this sort of wallet hack. Yes, we saw a drop and we talked about that. And it is nothing that would invalidate the current scenario. As I always say, when you see news, especially in an oversold market, when you get negative news, the downside potential is limited. Had we been in an all-time high situation and had the selling pressure already started, then such negative news can be a catalyst for a further sell-off. What happened here? Well, very simply put, what happened, instead of reversing, and I expect this would have happened, instead of reversing at the 61.8% FIB level, Solana reversed only at the 78.6. So I think it only maxed out, or it just distorted the wave a little bit. It just sort of made the wave move a little bit more extreme to what it would have normally been, maybe, nothing to worry about. At the moment, we can continue to remain but carefully bullish about this chart, just purely because, we can count impulsive waves to the upside, indicating the trend has shifted to the upside. We can count corrective wave patterns to the downside. And again, all of that indicates the trend has shifted to the upside, but we have not taken all the important resistance levels out. Therefore, we have to be careful still, and I give it still only a 60% probability that the low is in, which means there is still another 40% probability that the low is not in, and that we might see lower prices below 25.80. Okay, to maintain the bullish scenario, 3 levels are important. More imminently, so that we don't have to change the wave count at all, is to hold the 37.50 level, this wave too low. Then we have to hold 34.70 to maintain the larger bullish scenario, and most important is actually to hold here the $32 level. If we go below that, I think we're gonna see prices below 25.80. Now, looking at this, we had a bit of a triangle happening here. It was a fake out to the downside, as there unfortunately oftentimes is. Actually, it moved around this pattern. It wasn't in the end a triangle. I think it became more of a descending wedge here. In the end, it doesn't really matter. It broke out to the upside, and the first target of such a wedge is always the beginning of the wedge. Now, as it was not a triangle, these here are irrelevant, but you would say it's probably here the 41.21 level broke to the upside. We are still in the green range here, basically in this reversal range. As you can see, we moved down a little bit lower, probably because of this wall attack. And we are now back above or outside. Well, it's actually the first time here in this situation that Solana has moved out of the channel, which is actually a first bullish indication here that this wave 2 in yellow is complete. So real evidence, I think, for that would only be obtained if we get above 41.21. But for now, we can be again carefully bullish. We also did hold here the 50-day moving average. You can see how accurately we just touched the 50-day moving average. We bounced off that, and we are now cascading higher. However, while we have made higher lows, we have not made a higher high yet. That is what would be needed to get more confidence that this wave 2 is over and that we might already be here in the third wave, an impulse to the upside. And in this third wave, I actually have it already here. What would be the target for the third wave based on the latest retracement levels? Yes, we can take a look at that. That all assumes the wave 2 low is in, which I never know for sure, but here the target would be $57 for that wave 3. So in this wave 3 process, what would need to happen? We need to take out the previous swing high at 41.20, then the wave X high here at 44.14, and then very importantly, and I think above that level, we get quite a bit of a rally above this previous wave 4 high here at 48.41. That is for me the key level. Yeah, it is the key level. I've mentioned that from the beginning of this uptrend that this level needs to be overcome to invalidate a series of bearish patterns and also to get a smaller rally to $57, $58 in the first instance. Yeah, and that's pretty much the current Solana chart and update. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.